All right. Woo. Look. I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow. Here I go, coming. I can't ever stop. I'm a tour de force running. Get me to the top. I don't need a.
Hello, my dearest friends.
Hello.
How are you both?
Doing well. Look how pretty our colors are tonight.
I know. We didn't plan it.
No, we didn't. It's very nice.
I know.
I feel like you two match my back wall
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more than I do.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everyone. This is 3 Cocktails In, hosted by Stacy, Kitty, and me, Amy. 3 friends who have been doing shit for a long time and still looking forward to doing some more.
It
Of
just
course.
keeps getting better.
Doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you see the post this week that was a list, and they're just weird things? But did you see the list on the bad influence friends? You know, friends that are bad influence, and Amy and Stacy made the list. Woo!
No surprise there.
No surprise. No.
Bad Amy for the win.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I think your name is at the top of the list.
Oh,
by the way.
right. Actually, as I was reading through that list, with the exception of names like Natalie and Amanda, and there was one more, I thought this just looked like my kindergarten list of classmates. So it was all people who graduated in the 80s is what I was reading.
Think so. It really was kind of a list of names for people that would be our age. You know what I mean? Karen was in there, and a lot of,
Yeah. When was the last time you saw a baby Michelle?
Oh, I know. Yeah. Well, there's no baby Amy's or Stacy or Kitty's anymore either. So.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Nope.
I know. We're a dying breed. Actually, we're going to be the old-timey names that are going to start to circle back and probably.
Well, Amy, didn't people say that to your mom when she said she was naming you Amy, and they said that's an old lady's name?
Yes. She said the old women at church thought it was a very old name and did not understand why she would name me Amy.
Huh. Interesting.
Yep. I knew one girl when I was leading Girl Scouts. There was one family that had a daughter who was Amy, and she was, 300 girls at camp, and she was the only Amy other than, under the age of 30, 35.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, well. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe in 20 years, is that how long it takes?
I don't know. It's pretty, who knows?
Yeah.
But very interesting, again, generations. We're going to talk a little bit about how different generations look at things. So I had this aha moment in that I went on a little 2-day excursion. And it's, I've told everybody my vacation days are in the middle of the week. My days off are Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, something weird like that. So I was taken to a very nice little resort up north, and it was lovely, and we'd had this planned, and it was really fun. And like the week before, I got requests to show houses on the second day of this trip. Yep. And I cut it short, and we drove back so I could sell houses on the second day of this getaway. And I was livid. Fortunately, he was just delightful about the whole thing. He's just like, hey, it's your gig. If that's what we need to do, that's what we need to do. I'm going to support you in that. Awesome. And I was mad.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't be mad. I'm like, no, this is stupid. This is absolutely stupid that I feel the need. Yes?
I have a question.
Yes.
So were you mad at yourself for saying,
Yes.
I'll come and do it? That's what I wasn't sure.
100% mad at myself that I could not be away when I'm away and not have to work. And so Kitty and I got to talking because we must have had a conversation about something, and I brought this up. And I said, you know, when do you get to that place where enough is enough?
Mm-hmm.
Do you, especially now, Kitty, you're doing your own thing.
Yeah.
I've wanted to be self-sufficient and independent and loving my job, so I'm where I want to be. Kitty, you're where you want to be. Have you ever thought, where's the balance come in? This whole work-life balance. When is it okay to say, you know what? I don't need that sale on Friday. If they can reschedule, great. If not, they can work with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It just made me think about all the vacation time that goes wasted. And Stacy, you're like, well, duh, Amy, of course we need to have this conversation. You work all the time. But I'd like to point out, I'd like to ask you, how many vacation days do you have that you haven't used?
Oh, I get a lot of vacation because, again, we've talked about this. I've worked, 19 years at the same company, so I have 5 weeks of vacation, and I use my 5 weeks. But there was a year where I couldn't use much, so I carry over a bunch. So I can carry over about 4 weeks, but I use 5 weeks a year. Does that make sense? So, like, say this year I could use 9 and I'd be out of vacation. Does that make sense? So I keep using my 5 weeks, but I have some banked.
You're still using 2024 vacation.
I just used up 2023.
This goes to the heart of this conversation that I want to have.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but for me, I also think, when
you
I
still work when you're on vacation.
I do, but I'm getting better at that too. I never logged onto my laptop. I just got back from vacation on Sunday, was gone for a week, never got on my laptop. So I am even getting better. When we went to France, I didn't take my laptop. I looked at emails just so I can kind of keep up.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah. Yep, I don't work as much on vacation as I used to.
I think so. In this situation, Amy, for you, I think that it may only take once or twice of that happening and you being mad at yourself before you'll start to, you'll resist that urge to say, no, I have to do it. I have to be there. I need to be able to get those sales if I can get those sales. I think you need to have a couple of those and feel that feeling for you to know I am obviously sacrificing having some rest and relaxation, but then I feel this anger. It's not
right.
So I think we come to that conclusion at different times, and I think that you just have to listen to that gut feeling or that reaction for you to know when enough is enough.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it is. It's very tough.
Yeah, especially with what you do with the potential of losing a sale. If you can't get it scheduled for the next day or when you can be in the office, then yeah, you're giving up money. So that's a tough one.
If you had not gone back, what would have happened?
Yeah.
They would have gone to we were going to a different neighborhood. And the only way I get to be part of that sale, even though I'm the procuring cause, is if I take them.
Okay. Mm.
If they go and somebody else helps them, it's that person's sale.
Okay.
So
and that's the kicker. They weren't willing to just wait a day.
Yeah, they were from out of town. That's when they had to do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It does make me irritated. I did take my tablet to France. I think I pulled it up once. I just took a bunch of days off. Well, actually, I took 4 personal days, but banked them around that 4th of July again so I can get a 9-day vacation. And I'm planning on going somewhere, and I don't know that I'm bringing my tablet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can do a lot from my phone,
Yeah.
but that will also, I don't know. I mean, that's hard. I don't feel like we never canceled any
No.
plans in France because of it, but I did check every day, every morning.
Yeah.
But still, even that's a reminder of what you're missing out on, which again gets to the heart of, have you had conversations with yourself, independent people, you know, how much is enough?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I have not put a number on that, and I don't really feel like I need to. I think that there might be a time where I feel like I need to. Maybe something is feeling unbalanced. If I get to the point where I'm like, all I'm doing is working when I'm at home, then there's a problem. That's an imbalance, and that would make me unhappy. But for me personally, I am in the building process with this business, and I'm loving it. When you're in that situation where you absolutely love every single thing about what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work, right? I mean, we hear people talk about that all the time. I feel like for the first time in my life, that's where I'm at. So I'm enjoying that. Will that change? Yeah, maybe at some point. So I think we have to be checking in with ourselves on a regular basis to recognize when things are out of balance and it's not so much fun anymore.
Well, think about the people in your life too. I mean,
Mhm.
with you going live as many times a week as you do, you
Mhm.
have a pretty structured schedule.
Yeah.
You're not any more into spontaneity than I am.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
there are no last minute, give me a call, I'll
Mhm.
meet you somewhere sort
Yeah.
of things. Because,
Mhm.
and as we've talked, the family's got to buy in,
Yep.
or your partner or whoever. And, the person I was with, I already said he was very great about it. And he said, I will never, ever put pressure on you to change that. And I said, oh, you say that now. But having, been married to somebody that was in a family business, every single vacation, every single holiday, we came back to talking about work.
Yeah.
And I got it. I understood it was their baby, but
Mhm.
at a certain point, I started to resent it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, and I'm learning, but now I'm on the other side. And we can all say that it's fine and it's good, but irritating.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm alone in this. So, Stace, you've got a lot of vacation days that you're still rolling over. I did a little research on this and did some searching here. The 4 out of 10 employees in the US take fewer vacation days than they are allotted. That's 40%.
It's a
Yeah.
big number.
It is a big number. And of those that take less than allotted, 51% of us are in the upper income bracket. I don't know if I am really considered upper income, but these are not people who are not taking all their vacation have money and vacation time that they could be taking.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Find that kind of interesting. I would have thought, well, I mean, it sounds true to the three of us right here. 51% of those with a bachelor's degree take less time off than allotted.
Hmm.
So it says that's an interesting statement toward work ethic. and commitment. So why are these people not taking the time? Is it because they feel like if they take the time, the job will suffer? I'm the only one who can do this job. I can't leave it because no one else can step in. The job itself, well, yeah, in theory, you give me 4 weeks of vacation, but I can't take that. We've got too much stuff. We've got too much stuff going on, and that's one of the things that, especially with the pandemic, and as the younger generations are coming up, they're the ones who are saying, "You figure it out, manager, because you've given me these days. I'm going to take them."
Yeah.
Actually, 21% of millennials took 10 to 19 days vacation a year. Only 21%. So they're not taking tons of vacation either, which I think is counterintuitive.
Well, how many do they get though? So
Well,
the
the
entry
average,
level job.
okay, I looked that up too. So
Okay.
your first year average is 11 days off a year.
Okay.
At 5 years, 15 days off a year. At 10 years, average is 18. And 20 days at 20 years. I think those last two seem low. I think the 1 year and 5 year seem pretty normal. Millennials, they're what, 28 to 30 something, upper 30s. So it's Gen Zs that are younger than that, but millennials they're the workhorses right now.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are pushing, to make the money. They're in prime money making years, and 21%, only 21% took 10 to 19 days.
Yeah.
They're also the ones with a bunch of kids and hard to probably get away. You know what I mean?
I would like to I should have researched that as well, but I don't think millennials are having as many kids. I think they've been late to have kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I just find it really, I do get what you're saying about the Gen Z sort of group. I also think they change jobs more often, so they're not accruing large amounts of vacation days.
Probably.
But I noticed that in a couple of jobs that my kids have had, they've had this unlimited PTO, which I think is a crock.
I do too.
Because clearly from the stats, employers know that you're never going to take all the vacation you possibly can. So one of the things I also looked up was, what does it cost employers? What's the cost? I phrased the question as, how much are employers saving? But what came back to me was, it costs employers on average $7,600 per employee for tax liability for unused vacation days when they retire. Because a lot of companies will offer, and it varies by state and it varies by your contract, if they're going to pay you, if they pay out for vacation days. Is there anything that any of us are doing that is so life affirming and shattering that couldn't be done 5 days later?
Right. Right. That is exactly right. Yeah. Nope.
I made the mistake when I was working, I was pretty, in one of my first sales positions. Something wasn't going right and the furniture wasn't going to get delivered on time. It was going to be like 4 days late. And I was in the lunchroom and I was talking to another salesperson. I'm like, for God's sake, it's, we're not selling kidneys here. This isn't, brain surgery. And the boss came right around and he gave me the biggest glare. He was pissed. But I still stand by that comment.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it was not good. The situation was not good, but we needed to dial it down just a bit here.
Yeah. Yep.
This was
Wasn't
not
life or death.
life-saving. It was not life-saving equipment that we were selling.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. I always feel like, for me, I'm working a lot to be able to go on vacation and get back, and then work a lot to catch up, which I think is how it is. And I think I don't know what episode and what the topic even was at this point, but I still stand by if you're salaried, you don't work 40-hour week anyway. You can, work more, work a little less, whatever. You're still paid to do a job, not a week. So if you take some vacation time, you still have to eventually get that work done. So it's not like, in my experience anyway, there's nobody picking up, much of the slack. A little, when you're gone sometimes, but nobody's really doing, you know what I mean? No one's doing my job for the most part when I'm gone. I just do it when I get back.
Yeah.
So there's no reason not to take time off. You're going to have to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Kitty, do you have that
Yeah.
funny video that
do.
reel?
I do.
So this was also how we got to laughing about this. I follow somebody. I think Stacy, you do too.
Yep.
Do you have the name of the account? Do you see what her account is? Jamie.
I can look it up real quick. I don't think it is on the
It's-
reel.
She's a millennial who is kind of runs a team of photographers who go shoot videos and photograph homes that are for sale. And her team is hilarious, and it's all recorded phone calls that she's had with them. And we can't decide if it's spoof, if it's real. We're hopeful that it's a spoof.
Yes. I hope that it's not real.
We hope that it's not real, but this one I thought was especially good and on this topic. Now, I know the video doesn't show quite right, but listen to the phone call.
Okay, her name is Jamie Lynch. Her Instagram handle is simply, and then another Y, and then a period, and then Jamie, Jamieee. Okay, and yes, so if you're watching this on YouTube, really just listen to it. It's not formatted for this screen. Okay, here we go.
Hey, Reverie, what is up?
Can you move me back down to one shift a week?
You just went back up to 3 shifts.
Yeah, now I'm over it.
My gosh, I literally used to work 2 jobs when I was your age.
I'm so tired of hearing you old people say that.
Old people.
Like, congrats, you all worked yourself dead. Long days, long nights, no days off, never called in sick.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
No, for real. It's like an honor that you guys didn't stop working at 5 or take weekends off. Like, where are you in life? Are you super rich and farther ahead in your career? Do you have a plaque in any of those jobs?
Okay, that's a bit harsh, Reverie.
But for real, Jamie, don't be bragging about that grind vibe. It's giving super low self-worth.
Okay, I'm gonna go, Reverie. Okay.
Don't be bragging about that grind vibe.
Yeah, the grind vibe. You old people. And I'm pretty sure Jamie's probably younger than we are.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a plaque?
Yeah, do you have a plaque for all the hard work?
Yeah.
How's that
I just
for you?
Yeah, those conversations that Jamie has with her employees or her team. Oh God, they're funny.
It's gotta be parody. If anybody ever came at me with that sort of conversation, I would not be able to hold myself back.
Oh, I'd end up laughing just like Jamie.
Yeah.
What? Old people? Oh, okay. Yeah. So, do you get that? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But you have to wonder what they think. Do they really do they really think like that, that we've just, just work hard because of the money and sacrificed home life in some situations? You know what I mean? So, you wonder if they think that, because I feel like the Gen Zs really don't care to work so much. They're not working for the money, that they have some other motivation, I think. You know what I mean? So
I don't know. Maybe. I think a lot of us who work a lot of hours are doing it for not always the money either. I think we do have a lot. We get a lot of self-worth.
right.
Our self-worth and Reverie says that, we do choose to work a lot. I know for me, I want the win. I want the win of the sale. I think I told you, Kitty, I when I got my W-2 last year, I had no idea how much money I made. I mean, I had a general idea, but I had not really a number, because mine is kind of commission based, so numbers fluctuate. But I could tell you exactly how many sales I had, and I could almost tell you who bought every single home and what the address was. And so that was a little bit of the whole self-discovery. Is
Sure.
It might not be just about the money. It's also about, ooh, I got another one. I got another one. This whole,
Right.
the win.
Yeah.
Right. Which serves you really well in what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
your employer's got to be just jumping up and down that you're on their team, because that's what they want.
Right.
They hire a lot of athletes, a lot of former athletes.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's there's a big list of things that motivate people, and one is meeting goals, being doing your job very well. I get it. Yes, it's not just for the money, and I'm guessing those are some of the things that I think the Gen Z don't see.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make
Yeah,
any
maybe.
sense? You know what I mean? They're not working for all those reasons. And so that's what I'm saying. They're working maybe for money, but yet they want to take the time off. They want to be done at 4:00 or 5:00 or whatever. Those kind of things, more for the, work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, it's when we graduated from college and we were getting those first jobs and starting to work, you worked.
Mm-hmm.
And we never talked about work-life balance
No.
and things
We also
like
didn't
that.
take jobs doing things that we loved.
Right.
Yeah.
We took jobs that allowed us to
Yeah.
live a certain
Yeah.
Right.
way we thought we wanted to live.
And I've thought about this a lot lately, and I really try to not have regrets. Because I believe that every experience that we have in life makes us who we are today. So I really try to not have regrets. But I do acknowledge that when Bill and I were first married and we had Bo, I really do wish that I had taken more time to be home with him. I wish that I hadn't put so much pressure on myself to get up and out the door and get him to daycare by 7:00 in the morning or 7:30 so I could get to work, because, oh my God, I'm going to be late. Really? Like you said earlier, Amy, or Stacey, I can't remember which one of you said it now. Was the world going to end if I wasn't in my office by 7:30 in the morning? No. Dipshit who likes to comment on who's there was a guy I worked with. He called everybody 5:00 Charlies if they were leaving the office at 5:00. And yeah, I was one of those people. I wanted to go pick up my son from daycare and get home so I could have an evening. But it just wasn't the norm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a bit of regret on that. And I've even stopped myself short of sitting down with Bo sometime and saying, Bo, did you feel like, and I, it's going to make me, it's going to make me cry to actually say the word. So I'm not going to say the word, but did you feel like you had a good youth with mom and dad working and the rigor of that and going to daycare and,
I think that I don't think you should have that. I don't think you should frame the conversation that way, because he's in a no-win situation.
yeah.
Yeah,
He can't
he's
tell
not
you.
gonna. Yeah, he's not gonna tell you no. It's all your fault.
Because he loves you. So
Yeah.
I wonder if you can phrase the conversation to have it with him to say, I don't have many regrets in life, but I do wish that I could have spent more time with you when you were young, and that I have loved having this time
Mhm.
with you as the older person.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a better way to frame that conversation.
Yeah.
I I had a very serious conversation. It was short but serious with one of my girls, and I apologized. I said, I was not a good mom around this aspect of your life, and I'm very sorry that of the way I handled it. And I just felt like as an adult, I needed to acknowledge my,
Mm-hmm.
and she felt it was really awkward. And, of course, is like, no, 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 no. And I'm like, no, you're being nice now, but we both know I didn't do a very good job with that.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think I think it can be a gift that we can give our kids to say, and also so they know
Mm-hmm.
you're going to screw up.
Yes.
You're going to screw up. So I guess I want to be a little bit more present, a little less harsh on myself that I've got to do all this stuff, because I think we all know, Kitty, you've lost your dad. Stacy, you lost your dad. I lost both my parents. Time runs out.
Yeah.
I lost both parents in their 60s. My mom was 3 years older than me right now when she passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She had 186 unused vacation days.
My gosh.
186. All of her life, her latter 15 years, she'd always wanted to go to Germany to meet this friend. She never went.
Mm.
I think we can take a real lesson.
Yeah.
A real lesson from the younger generations. And you know what? Time off is needed. I think studies have also been shown that you are much more productive
Mm-hmm.
and better when you come back rested, or you've gotten away. So,
Well, other countries do this much better than we do as well.
Yeah.
yes,
They do.
Yes, 100%. And they seem to be doing fine.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I am going to take another vacay, and
Good
I'm
for
going to
you.
be better about it.
There you go.
Leave the tablet at home.
Leave the tablet at home. So,
Yep.
anybody have any shots?
Okay, well, so let me just say this, and I've been meaning to reach out to Anne as follow up to the Oscar episode.
Yes, that's dropping tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
That's for tomorrow.
I've been watching some of the movies.
I did too.
Okay. What
What did
you
you
watch?
see?
I just watched Conclave. I thought it was great.
You liked it? Yeah.
I really liked it.
Okay, I
Good.
need to watch that. So I watched Honora.
And
Oh.
Ooh. Anne was right when she said it's a lot, and don't watch it with kids around. I had to kind of keep turning it off because I'm just like, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's very intense.
Yeah.
And and just kind of a sad story as well.
Did you think it was Oscar worthy? Do you think her
I'm
performance was Oscar worthy?
I think she did a fabulous job. Yes, but
Okay, good.
since I haven't seen the
Any of
others,
the-
right, I can't really. Well, no, I did watch The Substance. Bill and I did watch that, and that's just weird. I did feel that she, what's her name, Mikey? Is that her
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did feel that she was more that she was the Oscar quality over Demi Moore in The Substance. I did.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
All right.
interesting.
Mhm.
So, how
Cool.
about you, Stace? Did you watch any more of them?
No, I've been on vacation.
Oh.
Used up my vacation. So no,
You
I
were-
have not. I've not watched anymore since we recorded that episode.
That wasn't streaming on your plane, Honora?
Oh God! Jeez.
No. No.
Okay.
I did read a book. I got a book read. So yay, chalk one up for me.
Good for you.
I know,
For you.
right?
On our last flight, well, when we went to the Dominican, I don't even remember now what the movie was, but there were a lot of sex scenes, and so it was Bill and then myself, and then there was a younger person sitting here, a boy who was traveling. His family, they were all split up. So I mean, he was probably 14, 13,
God.
14. So every time it would start to get hot and steamy, I'm like, I just fast forward.
Did you do this to him?
It's like, yeah, oh my God, there's nothing worse than that. It makes me feel so awkward, even if it wasn't a kid.
Yeah.
It would have been worse if he was watching it and you
Yes.
weren't. That I think would have been more
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could have said, "Excuse me, could you rewind that?" What's going on
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I was watching that part. Don't fast forward through that.
Oh, that's
boy.
funny.
Awkward.
Yes. Yeah, so I want to watch Honora, and I did really like Conclave. I like a good
Yeah.
kind of mystery, and it was, yeah, that was good. And I mean, it was just a packed cast. The cast.
Oh
was-
yeah, it was a big cast. I think that's
Mhm.
why they thought that had some big potential, just because of the cast.
yeah,
So,
yeah, that
good.
was good.
Good.
When we were talking about shots, I needed to circle back on a shot, Kitty, that you had suggested to us a while back about washing our bananas.
Okay.
Yeah, I must be doing it wrong or using too cold of water or something, because I rinse them, put them in my drying rack, and I come back and they are instantly bruised.
Hmm.
Right? Weird.
That is weird because I do it every time now, and it works like a charm.
Oh,
Cold water or warm
I
water?
just
Or
do
what?
regular, like it's just the no temperature, like not cold and not hot, just whatever you're,
yeah. Well, that's what I thought I was doing, but
yeah.
no, I've been doing it, and it has not worked for me.
And they're bruised. They're actually bruised.
They go to
And
brown.
they go brown
Oh.
faster instead of slower.
Yeah.
Weird.
Huh.
Are they
Really
organic?
No. I don't buy organic bananas because I'm not going to eat the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I will buy organic apples, berries.
That's really weird. I'm stumped. And you've tried it more than once?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Maybe I just have horrible water down here, which could also be why a lot of my plants die. And why I'm healthy, because I don't drink water, I drink Diet Coke.
Oh, so you would like shrivel and die if you drank your water?
Yeah, I could be totally bruised, just like my bananas, if I started drinking water.
For sure.
Yeah.
Follow us for more health tips.
Yes, exactly. I do have a shot that I'm pretty geeked about.
Okay.
Cool.
So I found a product, Kenra.
Ooh.
It is the anti-humidity spray. It's getting to be rainy season.
Yes.
This is fabulous. Frizz and static control spray. I've been using it for the last week and I absolutely love it. And it lasts like more than one day. And also, this is something maybe you all knew, but I didn't know till my last haircut, which I just got. You can see, got a little cut. Spray your hairspray in the direction you want your hair to lay. Not just this, but like I want this to lay here. I need to spray it from here pointing down. Never knew that.
Hey, what a tip.
I'm in my 50s, but this is awesome. Kenra anti-humidity spray.
So can you get it at Target? Where do you get it?
I got this at Ulta. I don't know if Target has it. Yeah, Target's Ulta section is hit and miss.
Yeah. They have
And this
some.
is not one of their standards, I don't think. So,
Yeah. You never know. Okay.
yeah.
Excellent.
A good one.
Anybody else? Anyone?
Anyone?
I have nothing.
Oh, ladies.
I know. Well, moral of the story, take vacation.
Take vacation.
Vacation. Don't
and
work on your
Just
vacation.
you're supposed to be present at work, be present on vacation.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep.
All right. Let's all try it.
Okay.
See what happens. And I think with that, we can call it a wrap.
Sounds
Cheers.
good.
Cheers!
Cheers.
I need a new corksicle.
What do you look at what Kitty's drinking? Not only is she doesn't have water, she has
Rushing
nothing.
down. I don't have a beverage.
Oh my God.
Terrible.
Got my lipstick and my ring light.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Have a good week, you guys.
Yes,
You
you
too.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Woo. Look. I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow. Here I go, coming. I can't ever stop. I'm a tour de force running. Get me to the top. I don't need an invitation. I'm about to start a celebration. Let me in. Brought a good time plus some friends. Turn it up loud past 10.